Have you ever wondered why some people disappear from your life but never truly leave your mind? More importantly, have you ever questioned why you seem to stay in the minds of certain people long after the relationship, friendship, or connection has ended? Most people call it love. Carl Jung would have asked a different question. What if it isn't love at all? What if the reason someone cannot forget you has very little to do with romance and everything to do with the parts of themselves they discovered when they were with you? Think about that for a moment. How many people have you met who moved on quickly from one relationship only to spend years secretly thinking about another? How many times have you heard someone say, "I don't know why I can't get over them"? Psychology offers an uncomfortable possibility. Sometimes people are not attached to another person. They are attached to the version of themselves that existed around that person. That difference changes everything. Before we continue, if you're fascinated by psychology, human behavior, and the hidden patterns that shape our relationships, take a moment to like this video and subscribe. It helps us continue exploring the deeper side of the human mind together. Now let's go deeper. Jung believed that every person carries hidden parts of themselves. There is the face we show the world. Then there is the side we hide, the fears, the ambitions, the insecurities, the kindness we are afraid to express, the anger we pretend does not exist, the confidence we wish we had. He called much of this the shadow. The strange thing about the shadow is that we rarely see it directly. Instead, we notice it in other people. Someone walks into our life and suddenly we feel an instant connection. Sometimes we admire them. Sometimes we dislike them. Sometimes we cannot stop thinking about them. Often, what captures our attention is not who they are. It is what they awaken inside us. Imagine meeting someone who listens carefully when you speak. Someone who seems comfortable being themselves. Someone who laughs without trying to impress anyone. You might think you are attracted to them. Part of that attraction may actually come from seeing qualities in them that you secretly wish you could express yourself. This is called projection. Projection is not deception. It is a normal psychological process. The mind places hidden desires, fears, and possibilities onto another person. That person becomes a mirror. The deeper the projection, the harder they are to forget. Think about a teacher who changed your life. A friend who believed in you, a former partner who encouraged your dreams. Years later, you may still remember them vividly, not because they controlled your life, because they helped reveal something about you. The same thing happens in romantic relationships. Sometimes people think they miss the person. What they actually miss is how alive they felt, how confident they felt, how understood they felt. The human brain creates emotional landmarks. Certain conversations, certain places, certain moments. These become connected to strong emotional experiences. Neuroscientists call this emotional memory. Psychologists describe it as associative learning. Jung might have called it part of the journey toward understanding ourselves. Now consider the opposite situation. Someone treated you badly. They lied, ignored you, took your kindness for granted. Eventually, you left. Months or years later, they suddenly return. Many people immediately assume it means they finally realized they were in love. Reality is often more complicated. When a stable source of emotional support disappears, people notice the gap. The routines change. The expectations disappear. The emotional certainty they relied upon is gone. That absence forces reflection. Reflection can create regret. Regret can create longing. Longing can look very similar to love, but they are not the same thing. Love is wanting what is best for another person. Longing often means wanting to recover something that made us feel secure. Understanding this difference protects us from confusion. A person missing you does not automatically mean they have changed. A person thinking about you does not automatically mean they are ready for a healthy relationship. Behavior matters more than feelings. Consistency matters more than promises. Growth matters more than nostalgia. This is one of the hardest lessons people learn. Someone can genuinely care about you and still not know how to treat you well. Someone can feel intense emotions and still repeat unhealthy patterns. Emotion and maturity are not identical. Jung believed that becoming psychologically whole requires facing uncomfortable truths. One of those truths is accepting that another person's feelings are not our responsibility to manage. You cannot heal someone by sacrificing yourself. You cannot rescue someone by ignoring your own needs. You cannot create lasting change for another person if they refuse to do the work themselves. Many people spend years trying to become more lovable. They change their appearance, their personality, their boundaries, their goals. They hope that if they become enough, someone else will finally choose them. But this approach creates a dangerous trap. You lose contact with yourself. The paradox is that authentic confidence usually grows when people stop trying to control how others see them. They become more honest, more direct, more comfortable saying no, more willing to walk away from situations that do not respect them. Ironically, this authenticity often makes them more attractive, not because they are playing games, because people naturally trust those who know who they are. Confidence is contagious. Self-respect creates emotional safety. Healthy boundaries communicate value. There is another idea worth considering. Sometimes the people who cannot forget you are carrying unfinished emotional business. Perhaps they never apologized. Perhaps they never expressed gratitude. Perhaps they left important things unsaid. The human brain dislikes unfinished stories. Researchers have found that incomplete experiences often remain more memorable than completed ones. The mind keeps returning to unresolved situations in an attempt to understand them. This does not mean you should reopen every closed door. Sometimes closure comes from accepting that not every question receives an answer. Not every relationship reaches a perfect ending. Not every connection lasts forever. Some people enter our lives to teach us courage. Some teach us patience. Some teach us where our boundaries should have been. Some remind us that kindness and self-respect can exist together. The important question is not who cannot forget you. The important question is this: what did the relationship teach you about yourself? Did it reveal strength you did not know you had? Did it expose fears you needed to face? Did it help you understand the kind of life you truly want? Those answers matter more than anyone else's opinion. Eventually, something remarkable happens. You stop wondering whether someone else misses you. You stop counting signs. You stop waiting for messages. You stop measuring your worth by another person's attention. You begin building a life that feels meaningful on its own. That shift changes everything. Ironically, when people stop chasing validation, they often become more memorable. They are no longer performing. They are simply living honestly. Jung believed that one of life's great tasks is becoming who you really are, not who your family expects, not who society rewards, not who a former partner wanted you to become. Who you genuinely are. That journey is rarely easy. It requires letting go of illusions, accepting imperfections, taking responsibility for your choices, facing fears instead of avoiding them. But the reward is profound. You stop searching for yourself in other people. You carry your own sense of identity wherever you go. If someone remembers you, let them. If someone regrets losing you, let them learn from it. If someone grows because of knowing you, appreciate that quietly. But never build your future around another person's unfinished emotional story. Build it around your own, because the people who leave the deepest impression are rarely those who tried to be unforgettable. They are the ones who were authentic enough to reveal what was hidden inside the people around them. And perhaps that is the real mystery. The person who cannot forget you may not be haunted by your absence. They may simply be carrying a memory of the version of themselves they discovered when you were part of their life. And the greatest gift you can give yourself is understanding that you do not need to return to the past to honor that experience. You can appreciate it, learn from it, carry the wisdom forward, then continue becoming the person you were always meant to be. Because your story was never supposed to end with someone else's memory of you. It was always supposed to continue with your own growth.